Alright, stand by Jeff.
Oh, you were on the wrong side. You have to get on this side.
Goodness sakes.
Ready? Yes. 60 years ago, Marie and Joe first joined their hands and their hearts in marriage. It's a good level. They promised to love, honor, and cherish one another wherever the road ahead leads. Marie and Joe, life has given you some wonderful blessings and brought you some difficult challenges. Let's take a moment to remember these today. It all started back in the horse and buggy days when two teenagers met at Rocky Point Beach. While some disagree on the details of that fateful evening, one fact is undisputed. Marie ended up with Joe's cardigan. Obviously a sign of true love. Though they went their separate ways for a few years, they finally realized they should spend the rest of their lives together. This may surprise some of you if we hadn't all edited the script. Marie and Joe had a perfect storybook wedding at St. Patrick's Cathedral. The St. Patrick's Cathedral. This was a feat which raised the bar on storybook weddings for all their daughters and granddaughters, of which there are many. So thank you for that. Now married, it was time to figure out how they were going to make a living. Marie capitalized on her good looks, easily landing a job at Bonwit Teller, arguably the fanciest department store in the fanciest city on earth. Marie does not say that Joe struggled to keep up, but she might say that he took time to find his niche. We might imagine those days, Marie breezing around Bonwit Teller, pondering perfumes, Joe sweating over the short order grill at Albert's Diner, pondering deodorants. In fact, Joe chose to graze on many jobs for brief periods of time, from taxi driver to pin setter at the bowling alley. Some of us think that painstakingly setting up pins, hour after hours, just so others could casually knock them down again, that's the job that prepared Joe to raise 3 daughters. Joe finally followed his father-in-law into the linotype business. After working for a few different people and taking a few unplanned vacations, Joe started his own business. He's now able to work close to home and spend more time with his family. Ready for page 2? Marie gave up her job in Manhattan, the dream job at the fanciest department store in the fanciest city on earth, for Karen. She was very happy to stay home and raise Karen, and 2 years later, Lori. Then, just as they were about to roll the credits, hello, Valerie. Marie always had home-cooked meals for the family, even if it was the occasional ice cream sundae or milkshake for dinner. Marie made all the girls' clothes. When she got a good deal on a bolt of fabric, everyone would match, and sometimes everything. It was often hard to separate the girls from the curtains hanging in the living room. That's true. There were lots of afternoons for arts and crafts, and the girls had new homemade costumes every year for the Ragamuffin Parade. But most importantly, Marie, Joe, and the girls, they always had lots of love and lots of laughs. Which is not to say the family didn't have its challenges. One particular member of the family is very afraid of thunderstorms. The girls learned early on that when it started to thunderstorm, it was time to play call games far from the nearest window. Getting up early was a challenge for the Walters family. They had many alarm clocks throughout the house. They received all kinds of creative help from their upstairs neighbors, the Porteouses. Still, getting to elementary school on time was a challenge. The girls' teachers became familiar with the sound of small feet running down the hallway long after the classroom doors had closed. Marie and Joe worked very hard to protect the children. They made sure the girls had enough time to eat lunch at school. They made sure the girls were dressed warmly enough in the snow and cold, even if the girls couldn't move their arms or legs, or fell on their backs floundering like turtles. They also worked hard to take the girls on nice vacations and to take the most memorable vacation photos. Who knew those fake alligators in the Cypress Gardens tourist area were just photo props? Marie and Joe made sure the girls had the confidence to stand up for themselves and the physical skills to defend themselves if necessary. Joe would get his punching bag and gloves self-defense up to the experts, and enrolled in judo at a very young age. A few of you may have seen the photos where, some years later, Marie and Joe bravely fought against the space aliens with their laser guns, making the world safe for their children, grandchildren, grandcats, and granddogs. Well, okay, it was a game, but you wouldn't know it from the expressions on their faces. And on they lived through the age of grandchildren with endless supplies of crafts, spinach sandwiches, pastina, and English muffin pizzas, and copious amounts of dancing and tennis, all the time receiving too many gifts that were bigger than a thimble. Marie and Joe, Grandma and Grandpa, so many shared memories behind you and so many more ahead as we celebrate you here today, and as you reflect back over all your years as husband and wife. You wish to reaffirm the vows you took 60 years ago.
That's your cue.
Say we do.
Yes.
Are there options?
No, that's the only thing in the script. It just says we do.
I guess so, yeah.
Please face each other and join hands.
Like this?
Face each other and join hands. Joe, will you continue to have Marie as your wife and continue to live in this happy and loving marriage? Joe,
Yes.
do you reaffirm your love for Marie, and will you love, laugh, honor, and cherish her for as long as you both shall live?
Absolutely.
Marie, will you continue to have Joe as your husband and continue to live in this happy and loving marriage?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Do you reaffirm your love for Joe, and will you love, laugh, honor, and cherish him for as long as you both shall live? And now, by the power invested in me by everyone in this family, I hereby pronounce you again as husband and wife. You may now kiss.
Really great. You didn't leave out anything.
I'm sure we left a few parts of your life
Something
untouched.
as far as remember.
But it was very
Do we do them now?
Yeah.
Sure. There were a lot of
One,
don't breathe in.
2, 3.